You know, folks, we're just weeks away from the Parkland, Florida school shooting anniversary where numerous students and staff were gunned down. Cold blood. Well, today, after months of debating, a school commission finally released its recommendation to lawmakers on how to keep students and staff safe. It's been less than a year since tragedy struck Parkland, Florida. The entire nation watched and mourned the February 14th attack at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, which left 17 students and staff dead. In the wake of the attack, the Florida legislature created a Marjorie Stoneman Douglas Commission. Two of its members are MSD parents who lost their children. After 8 months of intense meetings, the commission's 446-page report offers recommendations to prevent that tragedy from happening again. Some of the recommendations include expanding the law that allows some school staff to be trained to have firearms on campus. They suggest teachers should now be included. Classrooms include hard corners or safe places where students can hide out of sight from a shooter firing through doors or windows. Schools provide real-time surveillance camera access to law enforcement.
We hardened the federal buildings after the Oklahoma City bombing. That's worked. We hardened the airports after 9/11. That's worked. The one area we haven't is we haven't hardened our schools, but we continue to have attack after attack. Children continue to die, teachers continue to die, and that's one of the areas that needs to be focused.
Absolutely, and those recommendations are now headed to the Florida legislature and eventually the governor's office.